All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started with this class because I don't know if we have enough time to get through everything I wanted to get through. I got really excited while I was making the class. Think about this class. It will probably be the toughest class we've done so far. Don't let that intimidate you. That just means that we're going to have a little bit more activation than usual. It's going to be a little more muscle building than usual. Very Pilates focused today, but we will have stretching incorporated, so don't get scared. I promise. I did it. You can do it. We all can do it. We're all going to do it because it's amazing. This class will be heavily focused with blocks. I will mainly be teaching with blocks the entire class. Everybody at home or online, you don't need blocks necessarily. You can always make a modification without using the blocks, or grab a water bottle, grab a small child. You can do anything without the blocks, I promise. And if you don't like any of the modifications without the blocks, feel free to make your own or forego that part of the movement for the exercise that we are doing. So again, strong activation. Let's just make sure we're keeping the core engaged. We're keeping any muscle that I'm kind of like indicating, keeping that engaged. Just, it's a lot of stabilizing today. Don't hurt yourself. As always, take your own modifications. Ask me for a modification or push back into a child's pose. Whatever feels comfortable to you. I don't want anybody getting hurt because I want you all to come back next week when I find more fun things to do with the blocks. I think that's it for right now. It's a full body workout. So we're going to feel it all tomorrow, and you all are going to love me over the weekend. Let's go ahead and get started in that child's pose as per usual. Knees wide on the mat. Walking our hands forward. Gently trying to increase a stretch through your hips, pushing deeper through that upper back. Taking this time to bring awareness to all four corners of your body. Really trying to get in tune so we're aware of what these muscles feel like throughout our workout today. Feel free to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, feeling your forearms pressed into the mat as you slowly sink your chest further and further into the floor. If you'd like a deeper hip stretch, go ahead and walk your knees a little bit wider on the mat. Taking the time to check your breathing. Option to box breathe here. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 4. Hold and repeat. As you exhale, you might find yourself trying to gently walk your fingertips a little bit further up the mat. Option to add a little bit of flow as well by rocking your hips side to side. Remembering to breathe. Letting go of any stress or tension that's built up throughout the day. Go ahead and take one more big deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to push yourself up, coming into a tabletop, and then finding your way back into a seated position on your knees. We're going to head straight into that block workout. Go ahead and take one of your blocks in front of you. If you don't have a block, just hold your arms out like this and pushing your palms together, but it should feel like there's some static there. Taking your blocks, go ahead and lift them overhead. Exhale using your core, but slowly sinking down, making sure you're not lifting or falling forward at a fast pace. You're going to want to activate your core the entire time here. Exhale, coming all the way back up. Inhale, lifting through your fingers. Exhale, lowering slowly, trying to count to 4. Inhale, finding length, taking a little bit of a hold. Exhale, using that breath to push you back up. Still keeping that core engaged. And lift, doing this with your own breath. Making sure that you can feel your own activation. That's the most important part here. Looking for that quality, not quantity. Doing it quickly will only hinder your own progress. Doing this one more time. Exhale, coming all the way back up. Go ahead and flip your block so it's vertical, kind of like that. We're going to do almost a tricep extension, but just lifting and breathing. You should feel this through your back. Again, you're going to want to stay upright here. Really pushing into that block with your palms. Or without the block, pushing your palms together. Staying in touch with those muscles in your back and in your arms. Making sure you can feel them all the way down and all the way up. Go ahead and do this one more time. Exhale, reaching the block overhead and bringing it in front of you. Grabbing it horizontally this time. You should feel like you're driving a car here, but you're going to drive with your entire torso, making sure you're activating both left and right side with every turn. Pushing into both sides of the block with your palms, or if you don't have a block, go ahead and push through that empty space. Still wanting to lift with your core here. Remembering to use your breath. Exhale as you come back up to center. Inhale, slowly lower. For 2 more. Last one. Adding in a little bit of thoracic rotation, still driving that car and doing a complete U-turn. Activating the entire torso now. Pushing into that block with your palms. Exhaling into center. Inhaling on that rotation. For 2 more. Last one. Coming back to center. When you're ready, you're setting that block all the way down. Go ahead and place one hand on that block. If you're looking for a little bit of challenge through stability, you can place one block underneath your knee as well. These are our challenged bird dogs. Lifting up your right arm, kicking back that left leg, and bringing that leg back down. Keeping that core engaged and lifted. You want a straight, neutral spine. Again, using your breath. Every inhale, you're looking for length through your fingertips, and your toes should be a straight line, fingertips, head, toe. Exhale, lowering. Remembering to keep that breath slow and in control, looking for activation through your entire back, your core, your shoulder, and that left glute. For 2 more. Last one. Placing that right palm on the ground, lifting that left leg back up again. Just gonna go into a few tapping arcs. Activating both left and right glutes, staying strong in your core. If you'd like to increase the intensity, forego the arc and just do the windshield wipers, staying straight the whole way through. Still remembering to breathe. For 2 more. Last one. Coming back to center, lowering that leg all the way down. Feel free to kick one of those blocks out if you'd like. Transitioning into those chest openers. Lifting your right arm all the way up. Exhale, lower. Right arm all the way up. Exhale, lower. Making sure to put slight bend in your elbow, keeping that pressure off of your left wrist. Slowly trying to increase the depth through your upper back, reaching a little bit further every time. For 2 more. Last one. Coming all the way back down, kicking that block back in front of you, stepping your left leg up, finding a lunge. I'm going to go into a bit of a lunge sequence, so this is going to be a bit progressive. We're just going to add on to it every time. Grabbing both sides of your block, lifting it all the way up overhead, still pushing into both sides with those palms. Arms should be a little shaky, using that core, slowly lowering down, and drop. Picking it back up again, lifting through that left glute, using that core, staying strong, slowly lowering down. Picking back up, lift, exhale, slowly lower down. One more time. Let go. Go ahead and bring your palms down. This is the second part of our sequence. Kicking that leg back and stepping it back into a lunge. Pick up block, raise overhead, using that core, lower slowly, drop, and kick back that lunge. Step up, reach, exhale, lower, and kick back. Step up, grab, reach, lower, and kick back. Stepping up. Last time on that kickback, reaching overhead and pushing up, blasting off with that right glute. Exhale, lowering down and lowering the block. Still using that core. If this does hurt your knee, feel free to rest your knee on that block as well. Also makes the lunge a bit easier. Lifting up, lower, continue with this sequence for a couple more. Still keeping that activation on. Pushing off through that left glute. For 2 more. Last one. Lift, going straight into those pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 6. We're going to step back, coming all the way into standing. Taking those little side bends if that feels comfortable. Remembering to breathe. Exhale, diving all the way forward fold. Feel free to set those blocks off to the side. In case you were wondering, we do need them later. Go ahead and take a little bend for each knee, letting your arms hang, finding length through your spine. Deep breath in, coming all the way back up to standing, looking for length through your fingertips. Little side-to-side bends, lowering your hands down to prayer, lifting up that left leg, finding a nice tree pose. Option to increase intensity, kicking that leg over top, coming all the way down into a standing figure 4. Taking those deep breaths, staying planted through all 4 corners of your foot. Exhale, coming back up into standing, kicking that left leg back, finding your warrior 3. Option to use the blocks to add a little bit more stability here. Placing your hands directly on top, working your way up to straight head to toe. Still planting through all 4 corners of your right foot. Deep breath. Exhale, lowering that left leg down. Coming back into that forward fold. Walking your hands forward. Taking a nice break through our downward dog. Bending your knees slightly, walking it out. Trying to push your rib cage to the tops of your thighs. Keeping a slight bend through your elbows. Pushing through the heels of your palms. Taking one more big deep breath in here. Exhale, bringing your knees all the way down to the mat, coming back into that tabletop position. I know you guys loved the bird dog so much, so we're going to do it again. Go ahead and bring that block under your right hand now. Whatever side you didn't do. Block under your left leg. If you're looking for that increased intensity, lifting up your left arm, kicking back that right leg. There should be a straight line from your fingertips, your head to your toes. Exhale, lowering down, pushing through the heel of your right palm, slight bend through your right elbow. Remembering to breathe. Inhale, looking for length through your fingertips and your toes. Exhale, lower. Engaging that right glute, lifting through your core, tilting that pelvis. For 2 more, really squeezing your core. Last one. Lowering just your left hand now. We're going to go into those arcs. Lifting through that right glute, staying strong in your left. Keeping your abs activated. Option to increase the intensity, going straight, avoiding that arc, and just windshield wiping. Breathing through every single movement. For 2 more. And last one. Coming back to center, lowering your leg all the way down. Back into those chest openers, lifting up through that left arm. Inhale, looking for length. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, open, increasing that depth, stretching a little bit further than the first time. And lower. lift, and lower. Slowly increasing that range of motion. For one more. Last one. I lied. I wanted to do it again. Back down into that tabletop position, scooching that block over, kicking that right leg back up, finding your lunge. I know you loved that sequence, so let's do it again. Coming all the way back up, slowly lifting through that right glute, reaching our hands overhead, and coming back down, hinging at the hips, keeping that core on, letting go with that block. Coming up, and lower. Still wanting to keep that right glute on, making sure we're pushing off, keeping our core tight, back straight. For two more. Last one. Lowering down. If you want to keep that block flat, push into that as you kick your leg back, using that glute, and then slowly jumping your foot back up, lunging again. Makes it a little bit easier. Remembering to breathe. It's all about working towards increasing your range of motion. For one more. Kicking that leg back, really squeezing your right glute. Coming up now, this is where we do our lifted lunges, pushing off through that right glute, lowering back down, still using that core. Lift, push up, and lower back down. Anybody feeling a burn yet? Squeezing your core. For two more. Last one. Lift, coming straight into those pulses for 6, 5, 4, keeping the glute on, 3, 2, and last one, stepping all the way back, coming to standing. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming down, forward fold. Letting your spine lengthen. One more deep breath in. Exhale, standing all the way back up, reaching through your fingertips. Bring your hands back down to prayer, lifting up that right leg. Either staying in tree or option to increase intensity, kicking that leg over, finding your standing figure 4. Staying planted through all 4 corners of your foot. Deep breath in. Exhale, lifting all the way back up, kicking that right foot back. Coming into your warrior 3. Option to use the blocks here for better balance. Working towards getting a straight line from the top of your head to the tip of your toe. Deep breath in. Exhale, lowering that foot all the way down, coming back into a forward fold. Exhale, we're going to walk our hands forward, finding our high plank. Slowly lowering either all the way down and pushing up into a baby cobra, or raising all the way up into an upward facing dog. Feel free to look over either shoulder if you'd like to increase that stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, lowering all the way down. Planting on your right forearm, bring your left block over. Kind of falling onto your side here. Go ahead and pick that left leg up as far as you can, slowly lowering. Lifting through that left glute. Crunching your core. Deep breath in. Two more. Last one, lifting all the way, kicking it forward, and bringing it back. Kicking your leg forward, and bringing it back. Still pushing through your left hand. Using your breath. Last one. Come into 3 little baby pulses. 1, 2, and 3. Lowering your leg, kicking it all the way back behind you if you can. Come into these modified sort of plank push-ups, pushing through your left hand, lifting your core up. Exhale, lowering down. Lifting up, lowering down. Should feel this to the right side of your abdomen. For 2 more, pushing up, lowering back down. Pushing up, lowering back down. If you'd like to take a modification, bending that leg back, kicking up through here. Last one. Since you guys like chest openers, giving you a gift, we're going to do thread the needles, opening that chest, still staying lifted through that core, and bringing your arm, wrapping all the way around your stomach, reaching that left arm back, and wrapping all the way around your stomach. For 2 more. Last one. Coming all the way down, back to your stomach. Go ahead and kick that left leg back. Stretch out your left quad. If you can't reach for your foot, just try. You don't have to grab it. Taking 1 deep breath in. Exhale, letting go. Reaching back with your right hand. Trying to find that right foot. Deep breath in. If you'd like to increase the intensity, you can go ahead and kick that left foot back as well. Deep breath in. Exhale, letting go of both feet. And then do the same thing on the other side now. Go ahead and bring that block under your right hand. Coming onto your left side. Lifting that right leg up and lower. Slow and in control, making sure you feel engagement through your glute and your core. For 2 more. Last one. Lifting that leg again, we're going to swing our foot forward and kick it back. Trying to only move our leg here, keeping our hips in one spot. Deep breath in. For 2 more. Last one. Kicking our right leg all the way back. We're going to go back into those half plank push-ups type of things. So lifting, pushing through your right hand, lowering down, pushing through your right hand, lifting that core up, lowering back down. For 2 more. Last one. Feel free to take that modification, bending, staying down on that left hip, lifting that right arm up, going all the way into chest opener, and threading the needle. Reaching through your fingertips, threading the needle. Still keeping that core lifted. For 1 more. Lifting up, really trying to increase the depth here. Exhale, lowering your hip all the way down. Bringing that foot up. Sitting, almost like that runner stretch again. This time you're going to place your hands directly behind you. This is just a little hip stretch. I'll face everybody. And you're just going to twist here. Switching your knees. Go ahead and do 2 more. Last one. This time we're going to swing our legs all the way around, keeping one block in between them, kind of straddling it a little bit like that. Still keeping our weight on the hands behind us, lifting your right leg, picking it up and over the block, lifting it back. Now lifting your left leg. Looking to strengthen those hip flexors. Slow and in control. The slower you go, the harder it gets. Still taking those deep breaths. Last one. I'm going to go ahead and kick the block out of the way now. Bring your knees all the way up. Slowly lowering down onto your back. You guys are lucky we're in a skip core today. Go ahead and kick your right leg up. Hook it over top of your left. Grabbing onto the back of your left hamstring or your left shin. Gently pulling your leg closer to you. Feel free to rock side to side if that feels comfortable. One more deep breath in, then sending your arms to either side of your body, gently letting your hips fall to the left. Deep breath coming all the way back up to center. Unhooking your right leg from your left, lifting your left, hooking it over your right, grabbing onto the back of that leg or that shin, gently letting yourself rock side to side if that feels comfortable. Taking that deep breath, sending arms to either side of your body, letting your hips fall to the right. Deep breath, slowly rising up back to center, unhooking your legs, bringing the soles of your feet together, slowly letting your knees fall to either side. One hand over your chest, other hand over your stomach. We're going to meet here for our last few breaths of class today. Taking this time to slowly wind down, bringing awareness to all four corners of your body. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, feeling the back of your head pressed into the mat. Bringing awareness to the rise and fall of your chest, your breath. You might try box breathing. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold, and repeat. Taking a full body scan, starting with your feet, working your way up through your legs, to your core, your back, your arms. Feeling what's sore. Slowly letting yourself sink into the floor. Letting go of any tension built up throughout the day. That brings us to the end of today's class. Feel free to stay and stretch if that's what you feel comfortable. Thank you all so much for putting up with my block extravaganza for today. Hopefully you liked it, and if you didn't, let me know. I'll try to use the blocks a little bit less. Other than that, thank you all so much for coming, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week.